Hey everyone, I wanted to share with you some information in this video on emotions and the moon's energy and how we can utilize the moon's energy to learn from our emotions. I will be creating a video with a meditation to once again learn from our emotions and find out what they want us to know and how we can learn from them and grow and evolve and release what we need to release so that we no longer begin to create those habits that our emotions keep surfacing and showing us time after time. So before I go there, I just wanted to share with you a personal story. First of all, I'm a single mom of 2 lovely children, and in June I found out that I was pregnant. Which is a lovely blessing and a lovely gift, absolutely. But it was just after I had broken up with someone that I had found out I was pregnant. So, to my surprise, I was very shocked. I went through a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, because how was I supposed to do this on my own? I have to buy a van. Can I do this on my own? So many feelings, so many emotions, still harboring, at the time, resentment towards my ex-partners, and needed to work on a lot of forgiveness work and inner child work. So I really went through, I really sunk into a deep depression. And it was in utilizing these tools and these practices like meditation and essential oil work, self-applied Reiki applications, yoga, music, all these practices, oh, and journaling, don't forget about that one. All these practices really helped me release everything that I needed to release in regards to accepting the situation, believing that I can do this, and just moving through everything I needed to move through in order to get to a place of acceptance and surrender and peace with everything. And for the greater good of, being emotionally stable for my child to be. So very, very important. Now, with that being said, I had a situation that arose last night. It was the full moon last night. Around 10:30, the full moon carries on into today, November 4th, and the effects of the full moon stay with us for 3 days. So let's just talk a little bit about the moon and how the moon can have an effect on our emotions. So we are all energy, everything is made of energy, and from energy, everything is created. We all have vibrational frequencies, and when we are feeling certain emotions, we resonate those frequencies out into the universe, and we attract those energy frequencies back to us through the law of attraction. So when the moon is at its fullest, the energy frequency that is emanating on Earth and all Earth beings, including us, is at its fullest to show us what our emotions want us to know. So we tend, some people can be very, very emotional, angry. Some people can just be really happy because they just have happy emotions that are flowing through us that, want to teach them something about happiness. And I find a lot of the time, since I've been following the moon's energy over the last year, I do get very emotional and things do surface. And when not just myself, we all do this, when we have emotions that surface, we tend to naturally stuff them down. And we use substances such as sugar, drugs, alcohol, medication, so many different things are ways to stuff our emotions down so that we don't really have to face them. And up into the coming days of the recent full moon, it was Halloween, a few days before the full moon, and I noticed that I was having a lot of sugar cravings. Okay, I am pregnant, so cravings are natural, but when you're craving them, for days in a row, and I just couldn't control. I almost couldn't control the amount that I was putting into myself. Normally I can have, a few chocolates and then be totally satisfied with, the sugar and the taste, and it was lovely and it was wonderful. But for the last few days, I was just like, I had my little portion aside, and then I went back for more, and then went back for more. So when it came to the full moon, I thought, okay, Regina, you're stuffing some emotions down here. What are these emotions trying to teach you about yourself? So I did. I've been doing full moon ceremonies for, like I said, just over a year now, and sometimes I do them in the comfort of my home, and sometimes I do go out into the community and support the local full moon ceremonies in my area. But last night I just did my very own full moon ceremony, and I called in my guides and helpers, and I did a very, very powerful burning and release method, along with a meditation, which I'm going to show you in the next video, on what do my emotions want me to learn from. And it really, really is amazing, the amount of information that I received, the release of emotion, and then today I've had absolutely no sugar cravings whatsoever. The Halloween candy's still in the cupboards, and I haven't even had that urge to go and eat any of it. So I definitely, because of that reason, I know that I've got the emotion out. I faced it. I confronted certain people that I needed to confront in a positive, loving way, and these situations have now been resolved. So I was feeling very angry in regards to my ex-partner, because I am a single mom, and he has his own business. He works 6 days a week, and I have the responsibility of looking after the children during the week, Monday to Friday. My daughter's in school. My son is still home with me, and having my own business as well. It can be very challenging at times to find balance within my life when it comes to the amount of self-care that I have for myself, to keep myself balanced and happy and ready to, take on all the challenges of motherhood, to look after my household and all the cleaning duties that are involved in having a household, and the laundry, and looking after my beautiful babies and making sure they have everything they need, and getting them up and ready for school, and making sure I spend adequate time with them, making meals. So there's all this, and there's my career baby that I'm really harnessing right now, and working on getting the message of my purpose out into the world and sharing with you. So I'm trying to find balance in my life to have the support I need in my life to bring myself balance and help me do all these things that I'm working on in the best way possible. So I was feeling very angry because of course my ex, he doesn't have to worry about a babysitter for the kids. He can just go to work, come home at 7, 8, or 9 at night, go to his training, do whatever he wants to do, and I have to look after the kids by myself Monday to Friday, and then that leaves the weekend for me to work. And I just needed more help, and I was having a hard time asking for help. So, it's kind of been embedded in me to not ask for help, as a child. So that's something that I have to learn, and that I'm working on in my life, is just ask for help in positive ways instead of getting upset that your needs aren't being met. So I did this lovely full moon ceremony. I wrote down everything that was bothering me on my piece of paper after I called in my guides and helpers, and then I released it. And then I did this beautiful meditation on what my emotions wanted me to know. And it was, like I said, amazing, the amount of information that came out. And today I just feel so much better to take on the world, to take on all my responsibilities. I talked to my ex about the issue at hand. We were able to come to an agreement to make things a little bit easier, so I have more time to focus on self-care and my business. And it just, it's amazing how things can just come together after you release your emotions and then do this lovely meditation on finding out what your emotions want you to know. So that was my story. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will take part in the next meditation on what your emotions want you to know, and I hope it will help you as much as it has helped me. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.